So I'm really excited to talk about this very specific topic today on the podcast. I love all things human design. And as I was sitting down to plan the next handful of podcasts, I realized we should start at the top. So what I'm bringing into the conversation today is I'm going to start with the 5 types in human design. Manifestor, generator, manifesting generator, projector, and reflector. And what I love about distilling simply down to the type, it is your divine role and purpose as an entrepreneur. It is the unique auric energy, your unique operating systems. It's how you interact with the world, how you make decisions. And when you start playing through the lens of human design, I have found through myself and through my clients' journey that there starts to be this buildup of confidence in the way you show up for your audience, in trusting your own body's intelligence and internal guidance system that is already in play. Let's go ahead and dive into each type. I'm going to start with the beautiful manifestor. You are the fearless innovator. You are here to initiate the collective. You are here to start big, beautiful, creative energy. You are this powerful, bold, strong leader. Now, you're just 9% of the population. So one thing I want you to take into this is take the lead, be the leader, initiate, and go for it. Generators, the dynamic builder. You're 35% of the population, a little bit bigger percentage than a manifestor. You are here to respond to the collective. You are a dynamic and welcoming leader, and you are an expert in your field. Manifesting generators, the multi-passionate trailblazer, 35% of the population. You are here to forge new territory and launch new projects. You push the limits on what is possible as a leader, and you love to have many business ideas. Projectors, 20% of the population. You are this beautiful, experienced guide. You're here to guide others who seek your wisdom. And you have the ability to see what others do not. You love creating systems and can easily explain complex things. Reflectors, the cosmic mirror. You're here to amplify and reflect the well-being of the collective. You are a wise leader who deeply understands their community. You share your wisdom freely. And it's best with a correct and healthy, curated community. Now, all the 5 types kind of work together. You know, the manifestors come in, they initiate that creative energy. The generators and the manifesting generators typically take on some of their creative ideas, have this workforce, life force energy. The projectors kind of look around and guide the energy of what has been initiated. And the reflectors tap into the energy of the collective and are like, is this working for us or against us? So the 5 types really work together as a system. So for those of you who are like, I wanted a different type, just know that it is your divine role to be this specific type through the lens of human design. I want to go a little bit deeper. You know, each type has a very specific strategy in human design. And it is a way to bring in magnetism, success, to bring in the right clients and the community, and to help make decisions in your business and bring in some amazing business opportunities. So as a manifestor, you really are here to initiate. Your strategy is to inform. This could be taken as speaking directly to your community through very straightforward calls of action. No waiting, just go for it. If you're excited about something and you want to see if your community might be too, share with them, bring them in, and teach from this new passion that you are experiencing. Motivate and propel your community by, of course, what you're taking action on. Be that bold, wise, brave leader. Like, you are really the creative visionary to be fearless with your service offerings. Now, informing is so important. So if you're thinking of all these things and not sharing with yourself or your team, it's going to be stalled out. It's really good for you to inform. All that does is get everyone on board to come along the journey with you. Your signature is peace because things are flowing, it's happening, your great creative visionary ideas are moving forward into the collective experience. And your not self theme is anger. And anger is coming from people not understanding what you're saying because you've probably not fully informed them of what you're excited about. So it's just a moment to swing back on track, get back into alignment, be more clear on what it is you're excited about and share from that deep wisdom that you embody. Generators, your strategy is to respond, and you are here to work. You have this beautiful sacral energy that when you get excited, you can just do the thing all day long. You put the key in the ignition when you get excited about something and you go and you don't stop till it's finished. So when the signature of satisfaction is coming through, you're excited, you're satisfied that the decisions you make you're enjoying it the whole time. When your not self theme of frustration comes into play, it's probably because you've said yes to the wrong thing and you're going to finish whatever task it is in your business with that friend. But the frustration is not really it being a full yes when you decided to move forward. You are this life force energy to really go all in on your visions. You have this beautiful sacral energy to hold the container for your big visions. Now, you do build mastery over time, step by step. So when you get a big business idea, you go for it, and then you're going to learn more or take it to a next level or learn something new to add into the business, which creates this deep expertise in whatever field that you are a part of. Now, something that's really great to use a strategy to respond, the response is different from the manifestor, where the manifestor can just go ahead, initiate, and move forward really quickly. As a generator, you're going to want to respond, whether that be to someone asking you to teach or share something. It could be like walking down the street and the song comes on the radio. It could be activated from something you saw on TV. It could be some type of, there's a lot of ways this can come into play, but it is a moment to respond. Now, how this could work out within your community is, asking some community questions to see what really sparks more creativity and excitement for you, right? So it's less about taking that quick manifestor initiation energy and putting things out there so that you can respond to the information. Now, manifesting generators, you're a little bit of manifestor and a lot of generator. And you are here to be this workforce, life force, multi-passionate. When you turn the ignition in the car, you speed down, you're going in circles, you're zigzagging, you're all over the place, because you have so many ideas and you follow so many avenues of passion. And you're really here to skip steps towards mastery because you're moving so fast. So I want you to honor that sometimes you have to go back and course correct, but it's just about you constantly looking for new challenges. And you want to build your business around all these passions. And some path will take you down and others will kind of float away. But following that excitement is a big part of your experience. Now, your strategy, I find with a lot of my clients, is to, it says in all the books to respond, but how I really see this playing out, because you're moving so fast as a manifesting generator and you are a little bit of manifestor and a lot of generator, is first you want to visualize like what you want to cultivate, what you want to have come in, and then you're just going to like hang out, see what life kind of sends your way, and kind of like wait for some response. Once you've kind of decided what you're excited and lit up about, then you want to inform anyone involved. Is that someone on your team? Is that your partner? Is that your friend? Like, who is that? To get the energy moving forward, and then you're going to take action. All of this concept is just like slowing you down, doing a sacred pause to then speed up and move forward. Now, your signature is satisfaction and peace. So satisfaction is all about things are going well, you're at peace because it's moving forward. And frustration and anger, how I feel like this plays out for a manifesting generator, is you're frustrated leads to frustration, and then it all kind of blows up in anger. So in this moment, it's about taking that sacred pause, resetting, learning something that will benefit what you already are kind of excited about, or going into play, or revisualizing what you really want next, so you can move into that response energy and bring the next level of mastery towards you. This again is like asking community questions to see what lights you up for your offers and services. Like, don't really feel pinned down to one thing. Like, it's okay if you don't finish the book. It's okay. Like, there's so much energy moving forward with the manifesting generators. Now, projectors, and of course I'm a projector, so this is something that I can really speak to. You're here to guide and lead. Share your expertise with your community so that they can recognize and see you for your wise knowledge. The right clients will find you. The strategy that you see everywhere is wait for the invitation. But what I feel like is really happening in this strategy is to be recognized and seen. And when the invitation comes, then you get to decide if it's the right invitation, because someone can invite you in and not really know your level of expertise. They just kind of invited you in, and that's not always the right invitation. So every invitation is not necessarily the right invitation, but if you're being seen and recognized for your expertise and wisdom, you are moving in the right direction. It is now your turn to discern if it's the right invitation. Now, the signature is success because you're being seen and recognized and invited in, and you're very successful. And the not self theme is bitterness, which I can't imagine having to explain this in depth, but because it's so easy as a projector to feel that bitterness. It's when you aren't being seen and recognized, when you want to share your wisdom and people aren't seeing you, listening, asking for your wisdom. It's also this energy of being like stuck in the mud and tired and everything feels so hard to do. That's the moment. Rest, go deeper in your knowledge and study of whatever it is that lights you up, and add a little more play in so that you can kind of like move into like a new level of invitation. Understanding complex systems and explaining it simply is a huge part of your superpower. And I have to remind you, access to your guidance is valuable and unique. You do not need to prove anything. You do not need to answer every single question that comes through. Like, you have this deep wisdom, and it is for the folks who are ready to listen and hear what you have to say. Invite people into your offers through your insights and your expertise and storytelling. Get them to explore deeper into your offers. And the beautiful reflector. So where the other four signs are kind of ruled by the sun, the reflector is ruled by the moon. And you are here to mirror back to the collective. Your strategy is to wait 28 lunar days, which in the world that we live in might seem a little hard. So what I'd suggest is kind of getting in tune with the moon. The moon moves through each sign in astrology, which I think is easier to discuss every 2.5 days. And that information is so easy to find. So like really tapping into that Cancerian energy of you moving through different moon cycles is a big part of your experience. So if you journal, then you can, in theory, start like making your decisions and strategies a little bit quicker than 28 days. But for big decisions, if it's possible, and for bigger life strategies, to wait through a lunar cycle is so great if you have access to that. You are really here to tune in the community and mirror what will best support them. And your community is always seeking your insightful perspective. It's really key that you're working in the right environment with the right people to enhance your business, because you are so tuned into the collective experience. Now, your signature is surprise because you're surprised that people see you and are excited to hear what you have to say. And you're not self-themed as disappointment, because it's kind of like no one's seeing you for your wisdom. And in that moment, I would suggest you to go into a space that is like a healthy space with the right people. Like, is it your home and your beautiful designed home? Is it out in nature to kind of like recharge? Like, what is that for you? But it is really like softening your energy into a space that you've curated that is very safe and healthy. And you really attract clients by being a mirror for your community and showing them where they might require deep healing. And, something that I think is really imperative to understand, especially when we're working through the lens of human design, is I don't want you to get stuck in this square box of what your type is. Well, Stephanie says I have to wait to respond. Well, Stephanie says I have to wait for the invitation. Ultimately, you get to discern what is best for you, best for your business. However, playing in the experiment of human design can be really eye-opening, and it's supposed to be fun. Self-exploration and discovery is all about playing in a realm that is different than what we know. Like, we are raised a certain way by society, by family, by religion, by pop culture, and all I'm seeking to have you explore is how could this unfold differently if I trusted myself in a different way? Oh my gosh, I could talk about human design for hours, and I'm gonna do like a handful in this realm. I think I will touch on authority in the next episode, so that really internal guidance on deep decision making and how that relates specifically to you, especially based on your type, will be something for us to explore in the next episode. In the meantime, I'd love to hear how this is going with your type. Send me a DM. I'd be so excited to know how your exploration in human design is going. Thank you.